Hey, yo, what's up? You know what it is. It's the one and the only the triple, the G.O.D. I'd like to welcome you guys back to another installment of Triple the Guy Speaks On. And yo, Uchuu Keiji Gavan versus Tokusou Sentai Dekaranger Space Squad. Yo, I'm going to be honest with you, though. Real talk. I had a whole thing prepared. I had a whole usual let's spoof on it thing prepared. But when I got out of the movie, given how it ended and what the movie gave, I'm like, I feel that honestly just doing nothing more than saying that this was amazing, understanding that there's more coming, and that I enjoyed the hell out of this should just be the beginning, middle, and end of the review. It's like, this right here was fan service on a whole other level, especially as a fan of both Sentai and Metal Heroes, is that it was everything. It's like, yo, all the shout outs, all the little here and there. I just don't know what to say. I'm like, well, there are a couple of things I can say. G.O.D still got it. I'm like, I loved how, you know what I'm saying, that it's like, I remember when 10 Years After came out, and all I said after 10 Years After was over was, I want more Dekaranger. That's all I said. And this was more Dekaranger. I watched all of the Metal Hero Revival movies, right? And it was like, yo, I want more of this because this is good. And this was a combination of everything that I wanted and then some. It's just that this right here, given everything that this movie did, is it set the stage. Is that the end of this set the stage for whatever this Space Squad thing is going to be. And I don't really know what it is, but they showed a lot of cameos, a lot of possibilities, a lot of things you can do. I'm like, honestly, the thing that touched me was that real passing of the torch from Retsu to Geki, from Gavan to Gavan. I'm like, I teared up a little bit, dog, because I'm like, yo, that was powerful. And I'm just like, yo, as somebody, again, who is a big fan of Metal Heroes, it's like to see that for real passing of the torch. It's like, partway through the movie, Geki get his laser braid broken, and it's like, I'm trying, and I sat there at that point in the movie, like, trying to figure out, like, what are they gonna do? Like, what's a space sheriff without his sword? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is a space sheriff? And then at the end, at the final climactic fight with Satan Gorth and all that, and then it's like, you got Gavan fighting Mad Gallon, and it's like it going back and forth, and then he get the best of them. And then it's like, yo, it's about to go down. Retsu just show up out of nowhere, and just godlike. Retsu Ichimonji, the Lord, just sits up here like, put in work. He like, look, here. A laser blade is a space seraph's soul. It is how you defend the peace and protect the justice. All that old good shit. And he passed the sword to him, and all Geki can say, like, yo, this mother, heavy. And then they set up her and turned it around and set up her like, yo, this sword was created on the same planet where the hero who originally defeated Mad Gallon came from, and they gave that big old shout out. They gave that big old shout out to Just Beyond, and I was like, yo, this is sick. I'm like, everything this movie did was just off the chain. And it's like, again, like I said, it just feel that because of how I came out the movie, it just feel really disrespectful to like, yo, let's sit up here and let's spoof on it, you know, for review. Nah. The simple thing is this. Watch episode 18 of Q Ranger. Go watch Girls in Trouble and watch this. It's like, I was sitting up here watching the whole time, wondering like how they was gonna get it together, how it was gonna flip. But the movie did a good job of putting all of it together to make sense. That like little callbacks here, little callbacks there, and stuff like that. I'm just like, this movie was nuts. Like, that final battle was dumb. Like I said, that fight between Gavan and Mad Gallant, and then you had Wrestle come in doing godlike shit, and then you had that showdown, boy. Oh boy, you had that showdown, and it was like, yo, that gun battle, dude. And I was just like, this is nuts. They just set up for that SBD gun battle, dog. I'm just like, why? I'm just like, are you serious? They had that show, man. Yo, Dekaranger, they had that man. Yo, SPD, Special Police Dekaranger, they showed out in that fight, dog, against Tron at the end, dog. They sat up here, yo, they had a little trouble. Then, you know, Ume Bay sets up here doing her little dance or whatever. Squad jump out, yo, it's time to do the announcement while we busting shot. And I was just like, word. And I'm just sitting up here like, yo, I'm just like, this was everything that I wanted. It's like, yo, this team up was off the meter. It's like every team up. It's like you got the scratching of the disagreements and all of this stuff, and then everybody come together for the common goal, true justice, American ways, blah 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 blah. And it was just nuts. And it's like, I don't really think that a spoof of everything that I watch is going to do it any more justice, because the people coming back to come watch and hear what I gotta say, didn't already synced it. So for me to come up here and to sit up here and leave past the L, synagogue aside, and just come at you straight real and just say that I had an amazing time watching this, and this was everything that I wanted, that more of a revival of a Metal Heroes, more Dekaranger, and then understand at the end it's sitting up here like, yo, Geki, you running this squad now, pick anybody you want, because this ain't ended. And it's just like, yo, just my God. I'm like, I don't know what else to say. This was just a great movie, and it's like, if you sitting up here tuning in and you ain't watched it yet, or you ain't made it quite through, watch this. I'm just like, I don't, for real, I'm like, I don't know what else to say. I'm just like, everything this movie did something for me via fan service, because I'm a fan of these things, and it gave so much to me, and it's just like, what else do you want me to say other than this was off the chain? It's like, this right here is set up for something that's going to be majorly big. It's like something on the side that fans can look forward to, that's not Sentai, that's not Kamen Rider, just something to look forward to. That it's just good to know that the Metal Heroes about to get more work, and I'm just like, already. And I'm like, the things you can do, how they can sit up here and expand on this, the possibilities are endless. And all it did was remind me of that game idea I had that I still trying to work out before I share it with everybody, before somebody steals it or whatever. But yo, the things we will do when more Space Squad comes out, the heroes and villains we will see, I'm just like, yo, like I said earlier, and I will say it again, this movie was nothing more than respect for everything that came before. Everything. It's like, it treated the source material and everything that is the history of Metal Heroes, the history of Sentai, all of that, and treated it with the respect they deserve, and gave it a whole bunch of fanfare and fan service, and you can't ask for much more else than that. Again, like I said, I sat up here and was prepared to spoof it. Like, I got almost to the end of like, yo, I'm prepared to sit up here and spoof the hell out of this movie. And then when I got it, sat and thought about it 2 seconds before I recorded it, nah, that's not the way to come at this. Not especially for what it gave me. Like, for real, it's like, I'm like, if we sitting up here having a real conversation, it's cool when I get on and I clown. It's cool. I'm like, I love that y'all love how I clown so much. It give me the opportunity to sit up here and just have fun. Right now, it's like, I don't want to say that we can't have fun, but I just felt that if I wanted to sit up here and I just wanted to be honest, I don't really think me spoofing the hell out of this movie is really going to help anything, because I need to get my true feelings across. If I'm going to sit up here and this is going to be how I feel about this live on wax, then let it be how I feel live on wax. This was worth the wait. And knowing that more is coming, and it's coming sooner than you think, that puts me in a very, very, very happy place. That's all I'm gonna say. A happy place. So I just wonder how do you follow this? I'm like, and it's like, given, like I said, what they gonna do, how I'm like, this is a game of can you top this? Because everything was off the chain. I'm like, hell, they sat up here and let Bon Bon sit up here and do Deca Wing Robo Super Shot new moves and shit to blow up Satan Gordon. I'm like, damn, word? And it said Colonel Bon Bon Akaza, and I'm just sitting up here like, I'm just like, yo, that's my boy. My favorite. Like, I don't know if I've said this before, and I know I have. Let me repeat it. Bon Bon Akaza, my favorite red. Whether that's Sentai, whether that's my red, he is my favorite red, period. And it's like, and again, like I've said before, I have a special place in my heart for Dekaranger because it was the first Sentai I sat down and watched, and it was the Sentai that, like, I sat down and was like, I want to watch more of whatever Sentai is. And it's like, and also, for real, like, if we're going to have this conversation real quick, I did that after the boss died. So it's like, it was more of, I need to learn to expand my horizons because that's what her death taught me. And the first thing I did was, I want to expand my horizons. I've always tinkered around and danced the do-si-do around Sentai. Let's watch one. Pick one off the list. You know what? I love SPD. Let's see what the Sentai version is, and fell in love. And I love all these characters, and I love seeing them, and I just want more. And I'm just like, can't ask for nothing else. Like I said, the Metal Heroes Revival, those 3 movies was off the chain. You gotta love that. You know what I'm saying? So it'll be interesting to see, you know what I'm saying, like what exactly they gonna do. You know what I'm saying? What exactly the future holds for whatever Space Squad is gonna be. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna turn this into a video now. I think I've made my point. Y'all wanna hear a play-by-play of Girls in Trouble? I got that for you. Me and Jay, we just started the Super Mario Kart project, so the installment of Diary of a Game Whore that refers to the project, that's up now too, and plenty more work coming. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get up out of here. You know who it is, the one and the only, the triple, the G.O.D. And I'd like to thank you so much for joining me for this special installment of Triple the Guy Speaks. I know with that, Joke Shaku!